It's Xavier Echeverria, the repairer of the breach, the restorer of paths to dwell in. We're going to be going over Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. I hear a lot of people quote this Bible verse, but they don't quote it all the way to find out what knowledge is. Let's find out what knowledge is. According to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, it says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." People read this Bible verse and they stop right there. But let's find out what this knowledge is. "Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten thy law of thy God. I will also forget thy children." So what's this knowledge? Okay, let's read it again. "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten thy what? Thy law, the 10 commandments of the Lord." This is knowledge. This is the knowledge that Hosea is talking about. His law, his moral law, the 10 commandments, your love for God and your love for others. And it goes on to say, "Of thy God I will also forget thy children." Why does he forget thy children? The second commandment also says this, because the parents and the ministers are not teaching their children the law of the Lord. Because how can you teach their children or other people if you're not doing it yourselves? This is why ministers are not teaching the 10 commandments, because they're not doing it themselves. Okay. Now let's go to Ecclesiastes 12:13. It says, "Fear God and obey his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man." Or it says, fear God and obey his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. I always like to put obey, because a command is no different than obeying. Okay, Proverbs 6:23. "For the commandment," or the 10 commandments, just because it doesn't have the number 10 doesn't mean he's not talking about the 10 commandments. It's talking about the 10 commandments. "For the commandment is a lamp and the law is light." If you notice some Bible verses, it'll say things one way, then say it another way, but it means the same thing. For an example, Proverbs 6:23, "For the commandment is a lamp and the law is light." Lamp and light are the same thing. They both produce light. Proverbs 6:23, "For the commandment is a lamp," or the 10 commandments is a lamp, and the law is light. And let's find out who enters in through the gates into the city. Revelations 22:14 says, "Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter through the gates of the city." So who is the one that enters in through the gates of the city? Those that obey and teach the commandments of God, or those that don't? By these Bible verses, it shows that those that obey the 10 commandments of God, including the 7th-day Sabbath, the 4th commandment that points to your creator of heaven and earth. The one that's blessed, sanctified, and says to rest. That's the only one, the only day that points to our creator. So if we rest on that day, we know who our God is, the only one that Christianity continues to talk about. So this is the knowledge. God's moral law is 10 commandments. So if you want knowledge, obey the 10 commandments. You ever heard people say, what you focus on the most you become? Focus on the law of the Lord. Memorize them, put them in your heart, and walk in them. You can do it. Tell yourself you can, because the scripture says, "I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me." Say, I can do it. I will do it. I know I can do it. Do not say, I cannot do it. I can't do it. Do not say those. Say, I can, I will, and I can do it. So program your mind to focus on to doing good as a Christian. This is for Christianity who want to have a close relationship with your Creator and others. by obeying the law of the Lord of your God. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. It's Xavier Chaveria. I am the repairer of the breach.